Polytunnel update. These are the strawberry trees. They're only newly planted, the strawberries. Some of them died because the soil, something we didn't foresee in it, the soil settled about that much, you know, a foot and a half, 2 foot, so we've had to top up the soil. Oh, God bless me. As you can see, we're still continuously harvesting strawberries every single day of it, because there's multiple varieties. Some of them are in flower, some of them are producing fruit, some of them have finished producing fruit, but I'd say capacity wise, I'd say you're less than 10 or 15% of, as you see this other one here, 10 or 15% of what it'll be next year. See, I've just planted this one down here from a pot that was too much in it, so it goes like that. But I'm very impressed, even though this year normally I should be taking the flowers off, but we have a little girl. Our little girl loves strawberries and raspberries, so she goes around in here and picks, when she's outside, she picks her own strawberries and raspberries. So we have 3 new additions to the polytunnel. I'll go through things as quickly as I can. This is the brown fig tree, so we'll be keeping an eye on how this develops. Kiwi, self-pollinating kiwi plant, and lo and behold, we have little kiwis in it. I didn't know that they were without these furry skins, but anyway. This is a goji berry. These are all new, so we'll just see how they go down. Even the weather in the tunnel has been absolutely disastrous this year. So, tomato, Roma tomato in flower, courgette, tomato, cherry tomato, flower. Everything is really behind, as you can see. Pepper plant, and that's another courgette below. Pepper plant, pepper plant, pepper plant. They're coming out to flower now. Only just chili pepper plant. It's the only courgette plant that kind of picked off a little bit earlier than the rest of them. A few courgettes in it. Even pollination has been pretty poor, so we're getting half courgettes and a lot of stuff that isn't. Deep agriculture for the aquaponics. We've had loads of salad. Still quite a few holes to fill in it. There's quite a variety of cabbages, a lot of Rossa lettuce, tomatoes, that's squash. There's a lot of stuff in here, but it's not producing all that much. The heat just isn't warm enough. Here we are at the end of June in the polytunnel in the afternoon, and it's just like 18 degrees in the tunnel. Just absolutely incredible how bad it is. So tomato plants. Oh, look at cucumber. So that's probably going to be one of my best harvests of the year. Is we got a cucumber. Cucumbers are new this year. They've actually taken off for me pretty okay. Very hard to grow peppers and cucumbers here. A couple of more salad plants that need to be juiced or given to the quail. Pepper plants. As you can see, the plants in the aquaponics aren't taken off as good as last year because we're halfway through the aquaponics project, so we can't feed the fish as much. Along the front here, we've grown herbs. So we have this mustard, which is beautiful. It's really strong and green, eaten real mustard. Dill for fish, rocket, and some more lettuce. These are the old strawberry towers. I've only 2 of these left, but as you can see, for a handful of clay down here, it's putting out a lot of growth, a lot of flowers, and a lot of strawberries. We're collecting strawberries and eating strawberries every day of it. Every day. The hydrotron grow beds for the aquaponics, they're doing pretty okay, but there's no major growth because there isn't a lot of food going into the fish. We'll be increasing that from here on in if we can increase our stock once we've finished. A bit more heat. Another tomato plant, that's a new one for this year, Shirley I think it is. Cucumber, pepper, squash, butternut squash, coconut squash, and the pièce de la résistance is the grapevines. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I should be pretty happy with the growth. This grapevine was only planted last year, and it was, there were sticks only that long. So think I've trimmed it back quite a lot in hope that these will, we have July, August, maybe into September, compost tea that we have to get out and spray on the plants today. And water the plants. So this is the Rose Dream. As you can see, some of the clusters are not as big as others. I've pruned this back quite substantially, but I am hoping that we'll get a crop off it. I don't, you know, I'm not going to be worried if everything doesn't. But if we got a couple of bunches off it, I'd be very happy. I didn't want to over prune it. We have a lot of little snippings, and I've peas and stuff to plant out, but the weather has been so bad. It's been stormy the last few days. I can't plant the likes of these outside yet, which is mental. Here we are, snippings of the Rose Dream that put into soil. They seem to be taken off. We have a couple of tomato plants, spare tomato plants in pots. This is another grapevine. It didn't come on as strong. This is the Blue Dream. It didn't come on as strong, but I've pruned this back fairly substantially as well. But you never know. It's a good bit of time yet. Another strawberry tower, and as you can see, you know, I am very happy with the growth on these. I just see, is there any down here? Usually there's some hidden down here. They're not ready to eat yet. So they're putting off runners like this in the towers and trees. In the towers there isn't a whole lot of holes, so what I do is I cable tie some flower pots to it, fill it with soil, and I'll put the runner into it, and when that takes off I'll cut this off and take it away, and we'll have a whole load of strawberry plants. So, from this side you can see in the aquaponics, loads of salads again, leeks, salads, your spinaches, raw beans, a little bit of strawberries, but I'll be honest with you, I took up a lot of these to put in the towers. And it's just a mix of different, we did a few tests in the aquaponics and that a lot of things didn't work out and a few things did, but we'll know as time goes on what works and what doesn't work with it. Basically a mix of a lot of stuff in here, a rocket, and well, we have another baby cucumber, lovely. This is a big deal for me, cucumber, yay! So this is our compost tea. That'll be going on the plants today. I have everything turned off. There's normally aeration in here, but it's a bit noisy. I'm going to do an update on what's going on outside in the garden, but unfortunately we're going to have to just video it because the wind is so bad. We have to video it and add an audio clip to it. This is our Three Sisters patch. Corn, sweet corn, and our runner beans will hopefully attach onto the sweet corn, and they're being ate a bit by slugs at the moment. And in between them then we'll have squash and courgettes if the weather picks up a small bit at all. Raspberries, normally we'd have a load of crop of raspberries already, but they're only starting to come out now. The flowers have just been pollinated, so hopefully we'll be picking raspberries soon. The currant bushes are doing really well. They responded really well to being pruned back, pruned them back a lot last year at the end of the year. Outdoor strawberry plants are doing pretty good. Found a new way to keep the birds away, is let the cats out more often. Seems to be doing a great job. Cats seem to be keeping all the birds at bay. As you can see, there's a good crop needs to be picked today. All the currant bushes in between are all producing berries. Hopefully they'll all mature soon enough. That's a yellow raspberry plant, I think. Blueberries are doing pretty okay. We've them brought outside now to make room in the tunnel, but nothing really ripening on the blueberry plants yet, but hopefully soon we'll be able to pick a few blueberry plants. The carrot bed needs to be weeded badly, all the grass and that, but at least the carrots are up, which is more than I can say for the parsnips and leeks and all that kind of stuff. Another blueberry plant. Berries are coming along nicely. Another raspberry plant, another blueberry plant. They have a nice blue look to them, but nothing ready to eat yet. Nice bunches on it though. This is the garlic bed. Nice raw garlic all the way around, and carrots sown in the middle, but weeds are the only thing that's grown in here so far. Hopefully we'll get some growth on there soon enough. Bit of ketchup on it. This wasn't meant to be a potato bed, it was meant to be a leek and parsnip bed, but the potatoes have taken over. Asparagus blown over in the wind. Hopefully, we won't be harvesting this for another 2 years, so. Strawberry tower outside is doing okay. Not as good as the indoor tower. It hasn't produced half as much strawberries, but it's doing okay. Rhubarb, need to harvest that to make a rhubarb pie. Made a rhubarb cake out of it already. It's nice to get a few big stems out of it because it was looking pretty thin and brittle there a few weeks ago, so at least we have something to add to our harvest. The slugs have been pretty bad in here, but then again I've been harvesting the slugs to feed the fish, and that's been keeping tying them over because there's been nothing for the fish to eat really in the garden. Sorry, now I'm outside in the one hand. That's the swede bed, turnips and all that kind of stuff in there. Just one medium-sized one I'm going to harvest in here because there's quite a few together. Need to plant out a few more in there. But pretty happy enough with that it wasn't eaten alive by the slugs. And cabbage beds seem to be coming along pretty good. There's a bit of all the brassicas mixed in there, and peas at the back. Poor old peas don't have much of a chance there. I have to put up the netting for them soon. But the cabbages seem to be doing okay. Need to get those peas up on netting. And more brassicas, broccoli and cauliflower this side. They're doing pretty okay. Kale there, one of our favourites for juicing. And that's the brassicas bed really. Everything